After spending the whole day roaming around large parts of Bengaluru, which I have not seen in a long time, we've now stopped at perhaps one of the hearts of the old Bengaluru region, if I may say that. This is the Sajjan Rao Circle, with some friends, with some colleagues, with some experts who've been with us over the last many years. But the concept, and I think the idea is to understand from them, where are the assembly elections of 2023 headed? Is Karnataka deciding clearly, or is Karnataka once again going to bring forth a khichdi or a bisi bele or a biryani? We can say that. G.S. Prashant of the BJP with us, Mohammad Abbas with us, and Chambi Puranik ji, Professor Chambi Puranik is with us, and we also have Brajesh Kalapa. So Brajesh Kalapa wears multiple hats. Now he is wearing a different political party hat. Earlier he was wearing a different political party hat. But heart of hearts, he is a Kannadiga. He hails from Kurk, lies his wares in Bengaluru. So Brajesh Kalapa ji, this time around I am asking you, ये हवा किस तरफ बह रही है?
No, let me first speak as a political watcher, and then I'll speak as AAP, spokesperson. I think, honestly, I feel that the Congress seems to have an edge during these elections, and the fact that one former Deputy Chief Minister and one former Chief Minister, both belonging to the same community, which the Congress has been trying to reach for substantially long, appears to have given them an edge. One. Two, it appears as if the AAP will certainly open its account in a big way. In a big way. I would not be surprised if we even win up to 20 seats.
Wow.
Up to 20 seats. But on the lower end, I'd say about 5. On the lower end, right? So this is insofar as our parties are concerned. The Bharatiya Janata Party appears to be on the verge of an absolute washout. Because not just is the fact that they have done miserably in terms of administration and in terms of perception. But also, I think things are going wrong for them. The way they've managed, certain people, the way, generally, one thinks that the Bharatiya Janata Party is a fighting machine, but somehow they seem to have got it totally jarringly wrong.
There is another thought that the Congress has already hit the peak. But when is the BJP going to peak is the question. 104, 94 or 84? That's the question.
Anand, the magic number is 113. And we are sure that we will beat it by a comfortable margin. Because all these surveys, traditionally when we look at the surveys, what have happened and what have taken place, most of them didn't give a chance even in the previous elections. 2018, they said Congress is going to storm back to power. And we saw what happened to them. So we know the ground reality and we have cadre on the ground. Our Karyakartas, our foot soldiers are our greatest strength in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Maybe there may be some small misgivings at the higher decision-making level or some leaders leaving. It has no impact because we are a Karyakarta-driven party. So, like Mr. Kalapa was saying about a former Chief Minister and a former Deputy CM, he was referring to Mr. Shettar and Mr. Savadi, them leaving, it will have absolutely no impact on us because people of Karnataka know, in the case of Mr. Shettar, that the Bharatiya Janata Party has given him all that it could. He was leader of opposition, he was a speaker, he was a chief minister, and he was a party president.
G.S. Prashant, you are saying exactly the same thing. Another very good friend of mine or a good person who I know from the BJP told me in 2019. We got Karyakartas on ground, we know the wheeling on ground, we know what is happening. But those Karyakartas didn't come out and vote for you in Bengaluru. Your loss, why you stopped at 104 was because Bengaluru did not come out and vote. These 28 seats made the difference for you, plus the 4 seats in rural, that is 32 seats. This is where the gadbad happened.
Now, this time, Bengaluru is going to give us, amongst the 28 seats, we are sure to storm back to power in more than 20 of them. We are sure about it because the groundwork has happened and we know the strengths that we are playing about and we are, because we, lesser said the better, we know that 20 is a number.
आप बोल रहे हैं आप 20 जीतेंगे, कांग्रेस बोल रही कांग्रेस 20 जीतेगी, आप बोल रहे हैं कि हम सेंग लगाएंगे बेंगलुरु में, कौन क्या करेगा? Who's going to do it?
Just finish it off. See, Congress, like their guarantee cards, which are all complete, which are a bundle of lies, they are used to, they are habitual liars. So therefore, we need not give too much credence to what Congress is saying on the ground because we know
this is again,
there are too many aspirants there in Congress. There is a DK Shivkumar faction, there is a Sidramaya faction, there is a MB Patil faction. there is a Parameshwar faction, there's a Kharge faction, and God knows how many more factions are there. So therefore, when there are so many factions, each one is trying to
I will
defeat
have
the
to
other.
also start taking names. There is a Yedurappa faction, there is a BL Santosh faction, there is Prahlad Joshi faction, there is a Basavaraj Bommai faction, there is an Ashwath Narayan, there is a Etnal faction. So there are factions everywhere.
No,
sir.
these are pigment. See, these are not factions.
There is a Sri Ramalu faction also.
made out-
My question to you, Syed Asad Abbas, last time you were a candidate, this time you are an analyst, so I am going to ask you, which way is the balance swinging?
Well, one important man that we are forgetting, Anand, is H.D. Kumaraswamy. You know, of course, he's going to set the cat among the pigeons.
In Mysore Mandya.
Mysore Mandya, but his
But
25,
what about North
his
Karnataka?
25,
What about
30,
Bengaluru?
His 25, 30 MLAs are definitely going to make the difference. For now, the pollsters are saying Congress way. But you never know, Congress is known many a times to snatch defeat from victory. Many a times. So that is going to be quite edgy. There's a beautiful saying in Kannada, no matter who comes to power, Kumaraswamy ही मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा. So that is something to look out for.
But do you really think the Kannada people still want something like this? Are they still going to look at the fact that if they give a Khichdi Sarkar or a Bisibale Sarkar, in 3 months again election, 6 months against election, one Operation Kamala will happen or some Kiska Haath Kiske Saath will happen, something will die. So do they really want that?
Of course, the people.
Or you think that they've still not been able to rise above their caste and community lines?
I would definitely say yes to that. Also, the fractured mandate is where it's going to play, Anand. The fact of the matter, yes, Congress is looking good so far. BJP is coming out now with Modi ji's rally is going to begin, all guns blazing. That will certainly play a deciding factor. I think to me as a Kannadiga, a fractured mandate is no good. We need to make the choice between the two big players, either the Congress or the BJP. For now, certainly yes, the Congress is looking almighty, all strong. Irrespectively, one counter to my friend Prashant is letting go of Jagdish Shettar is definitely going to dent him. The reason given to him was 5-time MLA not given a ticket. अरे R Ashok भी तो 5-time MLA है. उसको आपने DK के साथ खड़ा कर दिया. So that is going to help.
But how old is R Ashok? How old is Jagdish Shettar? And Jagdish Shettar's right-hand man is the one who's got the ticket there, correct?
Yes,
He's got the ticket and Jagdish Shettar said, I didn't know that he's going to be given the ticket. Then perhaps did he then think, had he known he's going to get the ticket, then he would have taken the offer for Rajya Sabha. These questions are there. And is Jagdish Shettar and Lakshman Savdi, are they bigger leaders, Lingayat leaders than BSY? Chambi Puranik ji.
Narasimhan, you know, I would agree with Asad's assessment that having seen the trend and the pulse of the people, moving with them, interacting with him, and also sharing the kind of, trends that we observe, I think there's going to be a neck-to-neck fight, between Congress and BJP, and then the third player, the kingmaker or game spoiler, H.D. Kumaraswamy. Because, see, you must know that this is the patriarch, Mr. H.D. Devegowda, is there, he's tall figure, and the first person, the only person to become Prime Minister of India. Whether he was there for more than 11 months or that is irrelevant. But his appeal to the people, especially to Okaligas and Muslims, is very strong, I would say. Even now it is picking up also. Because though it's a family-centric party, Devegowda's kind of approach is that regional identity. You said Kannadigas. No, more than Kannadigas.
No, but this is a caste and community identity. It's not a regional identity.
No.
If you are saying the base is Vokkalikas and Muslims, so then it's a caste and community identity. Then you are saying that the Karnataka voter, no matter what happens, will not rise above caste and community.
What I am saying is that, Mr. Narasimhan, you must know, the 31 constituencies, there are people who have lost or won with less than 5,000 or 3,000, even 550 or 250 votes. These are the crucial constituencies which go make or mar the fortunes of BJP or Congress. That is not the problem with JDS because it is not contesting in all the seats in North Karnataka or Central Karnataka. Only in Hyderabad, Karnataka, they have a couple of seats which they may win also.
Anybody economically poorer section, first thing they want is a roof on their head. If they have a roof on their head, then will they be Ahsan Faramosh? Somebody who helped them get a roof on their head, somebody who gave them grains of rice when they had no job, will they forget that and say, oh, I'll vote for caste? Is that going to be a factor or not in Karnataka?
No, that is not going to be a factor in Karnataka.
It's not. Why?
No, because as it is, people are getting Annabhagya and so on and so forth. So that is not a factor. But what really is a factor in Karnataka, and particularly in Bengaluru, because we are today in Bengaluru, nearly 50 deaths caused by potholes. Nearly 50 deaths. And every death that takes place, there's charges filed and framed against the person who was riding the bike and who has died under section 379. In almost all of these cases, there's an identical charge, right? One, first you don't set the roads right. Then those people who have paid road tax, they've paid vehicle tax, they've paid every single possible tax, they go and die because you've not made
But
it.
is this roads, is this a corporation issue or is this a Vidhana Sabha issue?
No, I'll tell you why it's a corporation issue, why it's a Vidhan Sabha issue. For this reason, that when BJP canvassed for a double engine government, they were given a triple engine. They were also given the BBMP. So, this kind of poor performance, pathetic performance, is going to hit them certainly in the cities. One. Two, this charge of 40% corruption is a serious charge. And I'll tell you why. Because the president of the Contract Association writes not to anybody else, writes to the person who says, na khaunga, na khane dunga. Not now. He writes 2 years earlier. 2 years earlier he writes, no response at all, no investigation, nothing. The BJP spokesperson keep asking, where's the evidence, so on and so forth. So we were, under the impression that Mr. Modi, being the swashbuckling kind of fighter against corruption, will come and arrest a couple of people at least. Nothing like that happened.
Why will
no, 1 minute.
But I'm just wondering.
No, let me just complete my
it's
thought.
nice to bring out the political spokesperson in you, but why will Modi come out and arrest somebody in Mysore, in Bengaluru Corporation?
No.
So, yeah.
See, ultimately, everybody thinks that the moment you write to Mr. Modi, it's like a panacea for all your problems. And thanks to Man Ki Baat, I wrote to Mr. Modi and he came and did this, he came and did that, he irrigated this area and all that. So everybody thinks one letter to Mr. Modi is going to change things.
Yeah, but in
Whether
Man Ki
one likes
Baat,
it or
PM
not.
Modi didn't irrigate any place.
No,
PM Modi just highlighted those people who have taken the task of building the country.
Okay, so let me complete what I was saying. So people did expect some action. But what was the action which actually happened? Mr. Kemparna, 84 years old, is sitting in his home one Friday evening and he's picked up by the cops and taken to the magistrate and on the verge of being arrested. Thanks to the fact we all went and pleaded his case, he was not arrested. So ultimately, the person the whistleblower is being arrested here, and somebody like Mr. Madal Virupakshappa found with 8 crore cash. 8 crore cash. Somebody like Santosh Patil, who makes an allegation, then commits suicide on the basis of this Ishwarappa thing. Another contractor comes, makes an allegation, commits suicide against Arvind Limbavali. There's no action taken.
Okay, respond, Prashant.
Where did Mr. Kemparna start his complaint from? Went to Siddaramaya's house, met him, came out and did a press conference. Then you have the Lokayukta and you have High Court. Mr. Kalapa is very well aware. You can file a PIL. I'm sure it will permit if there is oblique irregularities. And then Muniratna filed a case on him for defamation because, look, you're making allegations on me. Prove it in the court. You have documents. Prove it. Don't give it to me. If you give it to the party or something, you're saying you'll not believe it. Fine, give it to the Lokayukta. Give it to the court, file a PL, have a hearing, nothing. They wanted political mileage, create a controversy where there was no controversy. Therefore, the issue had to die its natural death. They're only trying to make an issue, and on the ground there's no such issue, because on the issue of others committing suicide, law will take its course, investigations will be done, and if anybody is corrupt, they'll be brought to book. And reacting to Madal Virupakshappa's case, as a party, we never backed him once he was caught. We let the law take its course, and now he's in custody. There were no dharnas or protests happening when Madal was arrested. BJP said he's indulged in corruption, law will take its course. But what happened when income tax did a raid on DK Shivkumar's house, or Congress leaders? Those people come and protest on the roads. So therefore, it shows their mindset that they're wanting to be above law in everything. And why was the great Rahul Gandhi now disqualified for making what uncharacteristic remarks? And his ego was such a big thing that he did not even want to apologize when the court also directed him to.
Will the people of Bengaluru come out and vote because what Rahul Gandhi said abroad, or what the Surat court has decided against him? Or are they going to turn around and make a corporation issue into a Vidhana Sabha issue? A corporation issue of roads, lights, streets, traffic, bridges. Will that become a Vidhana Sabha issue?
See, every issue concerning the public would take their judgment on that and they will give the verdict. And we are sure we'll come back to power in 20 seats. But nevertheless, you cannot say that the public is blind to anti-national views of the other parties, and they will side with the anti-national people and say, it's okay, I'm getting a footpath here, but our country may be brought to docks outside India, you may spoil. No, because country comes first, then the party, then the individuals. So therefore, when you have to put the country above, you can't defame
But
India outside.
there can also be people for whom, Asad Abbas, there can also be people for whom life comes first, livelihood comes first,
Definitely.
my house comes first and my street comes first.
Of course,
So that's also there.
Yes.
But is this endemic to Karnataka politics? Can you blame only the BJP for this? Can you blame only the Congress for this? Can you blame only the JDS for this? Or is this an endemic issue with Karnataka politics that anybody or everybody can be blamed for 40%? Irrespective of who has the corporation, there will still be potholes in Bengaluru. Is this an endemic issue? And then if it's an endemic issue, what will the voters do? Is it not the voter to blame?
Anand, it's always good to meet you during elections because, when you smell mud, it's rain. When you smell tar, it's elections. I am so happy. I believe elections should happen every 6 months. Beautiful roads. Bangalore is beautified. Like, wow, my area has the best of tar roads now, thanks to whosoever. Now, coming straight to the point. I truly believe that Bangalore, especially the youth, will vote for better education, better facilities, hospitals, metro lines. We would vote for something that matters, not a Rahul Gandhi statements elsewhere. We will vote for Karnataka.
Let me ask you, Chambi Puranik ji. 5 years Siddaramaiah ji was chief minister. At that time, did he say, I'll raise reservation from 50 to 75%?
No, he never looked into it. He actually sidelined. In fact, he had the best of opportunity to not only appease Muslims, but even other backward classes, including Panchama Salis. The Congress did not do it. The Congress was defeated only because they tried to divide the Lingaites from Hindu religion, see that they are given separate status as minority for, I don't know for what purpose. That itself was a lesson. But Congress has not learned the lesson. About BJP, what I am saying is, they are also same, corruption allegations are there, all the three parties, except Aam Aadmi Party, we are not tested. But looking at
Aam Aadmi...
no, looking at Delhi and Punjab, I pity Mr. Brijesh Kadapa has gone to a wrong party. He should have stayed in the Congress. Congress would have been benefited by his wisdom and experience.
What is wrong if I decide to give candidates tickets based on winnability? Why should somebody who says that I'm a Karyakarta of the BJP not to the party line? Now, if the party had said, Jagdish Chatterjee, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm just asking you. I'm not going to give you anything. You are out. You're done. Retired. Go home. Then he could be angry. But it's all out in public domain. They promised him a Rajya Sabha member seat. They said that we will give you a cabinet ministry. We'll move you up to the,
it is an afterthought.
We'll move you up to the
No,
center.
it is an afterthought.
Whatever they did, whatever they tried to placate him. And he himself is coming back and saying, I will vacate my seat after 6 months. I just want to contest to win and vacate my... Then that's mocking the election system, and then you are trying to make it an ego issue. You are saying, I am not willing to give up my bat because this is my bat. Even though your batting is over. Saying, okay, retired hurt, somebody else, let them bat, give a youngster a chance. This is exactly classically what
But
you're saying.
he's a 6-time winning MLA. So therefore, when he's not lost an election and he wants to contest, he believes the people are with him.
You and me, okay, yeah, yes, Prashant, yeah.
See, he is 6-time MLA. It is exactly the point. 6-time MLA, speaker, leader of opposition, chief minister, party president. He still wants to contest MLA for one last time. No. It should have been on his part. He should have been gracious enough in saying, I will step aside, give youngster a chance, I will stand beside him.
No. But look at Congress party. Siddaramaiah ji, already chief minister, left JDS, 2-time chief minister. But they are still not saying DK Shiv Kumar for once, we'll give you the chance. They are saying everybody contest.
I think in politics, Brijesh Bhai, there is enough for everybody's need, but not enough for greed. That's the point I want to make.
Let me just weigh in on this. See, today you must understand that we are not speaking of BJP as some kind of a, small petty party. It's a monolith.
Yeah.
It's a giant, right? If they don't have some, mediators who can tell Mr. Shetter, please put your papers aside. They have enough of agencies to take care of those people who are recalcitrant. BJP is BJP, right? They are, they can just crush somebody. And that veneer is severely dented by the fact that a former chief minister and a former deputy chief minister are cocking a snook at them and saying, look, Whatever, I mean, these are all arguments which we can keep making. No, he should have done this. He's a good guy, he's a bad guy, so on and so forth.
So like-to-like comparison, that veneer is of the Congress party also?
I'm
with
definitely-
what Ashok Gehlot did, with what
100%.
Siddaramaiah and DK Shiv Kumar have
I'm
done?
no longer in the Congress.
No, I'm asking you.
So you can't,
I'm asking
you can't
you.
trick me into
I'm
kind
not
of defending
tricking you.
them.
I'm asking you.
Old habits die
I
hard.
know. I am just asking
No,
you.
of course, yeah.
Is it an unfair question to ask?
no,
Say,
absolutely.
will you accept that the veneer is of the
Of
Congress?
course. Why? What's the difficulty?
And then the other part is, now that you are part of the Aam Aadmi Party, do you not think what is happening in Delhi, the allegations against Arvind Kejriwal, what's happening there, what's happening in Punjab, is actually going to dent the credibility of the Aam Aadmi Party
No,
going
actually,
forward?
what happens is that when I go around, and I genuinely go around, and you will find there are a lot of my karyakartas, I generally go around and meet people. And one question which is coming is about Mr. Kejriwal's bungalow and how much of money he spent and all this spending. So I think Prem Shankar Jha has written a beautiful article. I think you should read it. It's outstanding. It answers every single point on that. Okay. So I don't want to speak about that. But we are sitting in Karnataka today, right? Here's an instance where one Mr. Janardhan Reddy conducts his daughter's wedding right under the nose of demonetization. 500 crore is spent. You're also aware of that.
Yes, I am.
Bangalore Palace.
Yeah. Not one CBI, not one ED, not one IT. Not one CBI, ED, IT notice. Nothing. Nothing against Mr. Santosh Patil, against Ishwarappa. He's the man who's kept famously counting machines in his house. No CBI, ED, IT.
Correct,
nothing.
but-
One minute. Let me complete.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Then two is, in the case of Mr. Limbawali, the person who committed suicide, nothing. Again, Madal Virupaksha, but no CBI, ED, IT, nothing. Right? But there's no seizure in either the case of Jain or in the case of Sisodia, but CBI, ED, IT, everybody. And what is the allegation of the BJP? BJP says that no, these guys have not got bail, therefore they are guilty. So similarly, Mr. Amit Shah didn't get bail for years, and in fact he was study part from Gujarat. So is he guilty? Ultimately, we have to wait for the court process. You can't say merely, some charge sheets have been filed, so therefore he's guilty. That's not the way, right?
In Gujarat, the allegations of paid seats surfaced. In Goa, the allegations of paid seats surfaced. In Punjab, the allegations of paid seats surfaced. Even in Delhi, for the municipal elections, allegations of paid seats surfaced. So, like I said, in the mind of the voter, a certain extent of corruption is a par for course in politics, but more importantly, is it delivery? Gentlemen, we are running out of time, so I'm just going to start with GS Prashant. Your numbers, as of now, today, where do you think each party stands? Out of 224, who do you give what?
Bihar, the surveys that are predicting different numbers, Bharatiya Janata Party would come back to power with a minimum of 130 seats.
130 is the number you're
seats
saying.
and nothing less.
Wow, big statement, big statement. It'll be like a never before that would have happened in the history of Karnataka.
Because we know on the ground the traction it's creating.
So 130
and we will
seats,
come back.
okay, 130.
Because nobody gave us a chance that in 2014 they didn't
130 for BJP, how many for Congress?
Take about 25 or 30 for JDS and probably balance for Congress.
That's it, so nothing for Aam Aadmi Party. But JDS holds on to its 25-30
If they
seats.
eat into any seat, it will be of the JDS and Congress. So let them decide
Let them decide among themselves.
the balance
Okay.
90, let them choose.
Okay, Asad Abbas. So 130 BJP. Second leader today who said this conversation in Bengaluru that 130 is the number the BJP is looking at. Yeah.
But Prashant, I think my friend is being generous. He is discounted. I think I heard Amit Shah, one of the big leaders of BJP, saying 150 par. Now 120 discount kar diya.
Realism is good, no?
Realism is of course good, definitely. But I truly see it's undoubtedly a neck and neck between Congress and the BJP. So one who steals the limelight, I still bet on Dark Horse Kumaraswamy. Not being a racist.
No. It's not about the dark house, white house, brown house, whatever horse. I'm just saying you're still saying that Kumaraswamy will become JDS will be a factor, which is surprising given the mood in Karnataka.
Yeah, I say that the Congress will be the second one. The first one will be BJP, but they will not reach that magic number.
So again, stuck.
Yeah, not only stuck. Kumaraswamy will play the deciding.